Everybody was asleep. They start shooting. I grabbed my baby. After they done, we ran in the basement. We didn't know who was dead. For a minute, we thought he was asleep. We came up, the police was here, and that was it.
9-month-old killed. Tonight, loved ones can't bear the thought of the death of little Delrick. He was killed when a barrage of bullets hit his home.
We are learning that the shooting was gang-related, and now police are calling on the community to come together and speak up. Good evening, everyone. I'm Joanne Purton.
And I'm Diana Lewis. 7 Action News reporter Kimberly Craig has the latest on this developing story from the city's west side. Good evening, Kim. What a tragedy.
8 people were here inside the house on Greenview when this happened, 5 adults and 3 children. And take a look at this. Little Delrick was on the other side of this wall in the living room when somebody fired 37 shots into the house.
He didn't ask to be here. And he damn sure didn't ask to be took like that. That's bold. They raising monsters out here.
Cynthia Wilkins is heartbroken, devastated over the sudden loss of her 9-month-old grandson, Delrick. The baby was killed early this morning when witnesses say 3 people stood outside the home and opened fire. Delrick's mother, 19-year-old Diamond Salter, says they were all sleeping when they heard the shots.
I grabbed my baby. He wasn't on the floor. He was on the couch. I grabbed him. I wrapped him up in my blanket. I didn't know he was dead. I thought he was just asleep because that's how I left him. We went in the basement. I laid him on the bed in the basement, and my cousin recognized there was blood on him, and I started feeling for him, and he wouldn't wake up.
Don't nobody care about the kids no more. The kids, man. They ain't even asked to be here, let alone be murdered like this. This is bold.
This morning it was her grandson who was murdered, but Cynthia Wilkins has felt this kind of pain before. You see, nearly 11 years ago, her 4-year-old daughter Shania was also killed when someone opened fire on their home in Detroit. It stemmed from a dispute between a relative and the shooter. Now the family must prepare to bury another child, 9-month-old Delrick.
He brought joy. He was a joyful baby. He was sweet. He was kind. He did everything. He never cried. He slept. He played. And that was it. Rick was the man.
I know for damn sure if my kids was to go out there and kill somebody like that, especially a baby, I would turn that in quick as possible. You hear me? And tell them you have to deal with that the right way, through the courts, and then through God.
Little Delrick's family is now trying to organize a fund to be able to pay for his funeral. On Detroit's west side, Kimberly Craig, 7 Action News.
There's a $5,000 reward for information in the murder of 9-month-old Delrick Miller IV. Anyone who knows anything is urged to call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-SPEAK UP.
The killing has outraged city and community leaders and police as well.
They teamed up today, and 7 Action News reporter Val Clark can tell the chief of police is so upset he's using some tough language today.
I'm really pissed off right now. Again, adult behavior has brought another child in Detroit to an end that is certainly incomprehensible for a lot of people.
Anger, disbelief, frustration, and resolve over the murder of the most innocent among us. Crime Stoppers is doubling its usual reward to $5,000 and assuring everyone the tips that are so desperately needed will be absolutely anonymous.
You're actually making that call to Toronto, Canada. It's not even in this country. There are no law enforcement people there when you make that call. There's no caller ID. There's no way that the caller can be traced.
The baby's death is the 43rd murder here in Detroit so far this year. Last year at the same time, there were 35.
Any person who can hear my voice should be outraged, and we should all be doing what we can to stop this. There are not enough police officers in this state to stop this if everyday citizens don't get involved.
From downtown Detroit, Val Clark, 7 Action News.